This video is about dusty ass Joe Budden, the woman abuser. Because Joe Budden had a lot of smoke for Adam 22 in that interview. But I'm like, wait a minute, Joe Budden, ain't you the same man that sat on a pregnant woman's stomach and caused her to have a miscarriage? Let's look at the allegations against Joe Budden, and we're going to look at all of the women who have accused Joe Budden of domestic violence.
Now she's saying that you beat her, you strangled her, and you sat on her stomach and caused her to lose her baby.
We actually have that
for
audio.
a half hour.
Hold on, we have the audio.
We got into an argument and just basically ended up choking me so I couldn't breathe, slamming me up against the door, like in the closet doors. He threw me on the floor, grabbed me by my wrist and sitting on my stomach for half an hour while I was 3 months pregnant. Went to the hospital where I found out that I lost my daughter.
And I go on.
So she says that he sat on her stomach, threw her on the floor, slammed her against the wall, threw her on the floor, and sat on her stomach, and then she had a miscarriage. And now we're gonna listen to his version of the events. Pay attention to what he says.
Another room, and she's in the bed, and I say, "Wake it up, wake it up. What are we gonna do?" And she was just like, "What do you mean? I'm asleep." Just like real arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "What are we gonna do? This ain't gonna continue like this.
Right.
What are we gonna do?" So I dragged her out the bed.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely did. After a couple more lines of that.
He said, I dragged her out the bed. I'm not making this up, y'all. He starts off by saying he dragged her out of the bed. This is a woman that's 3 months pregnant. He dragged her out of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Arrogant talk.
By her feet, hair, arms.
No. My feet. A little light.
Dragged her out of the bed because she was talking arrogantly. He dragged her out of the bed because she had some arrogant talk. Number one. Put his hands on her, dragged her out of the bed because she was talking arrogantly. This is Joe Budden, y'all.
Drag. Little light drag. None.
Came home and wanted to have a conversation with Esther Baxter.
Little light
you drag out the
off
bed.
a nice king size on a beautiful plush carpet.
Little light drag. Pay attention to how he minimizes it. It's a little light drag. Why are you dragging her out of the bed? And then he says it's a little light drag. Little light drag? I didn't drag her that hard. Just dragged her. Come on now.
Okay.
Like, please.
Okay.
So, because the closet is like the size of a room.
Right.
And I ran in there and I hemmed up and I said, "Yo, are you out of your mind?"
How did she get all the bruises?
Makeup, I don't know.
He said he ran into the closet and he hemmed her up. Now, y'all know what that means. When he say he hemmed her up, that means he grabbed her. I believe when you hem somebody up, right? It means you grab them by their arms and you restrict them. It might be by the shirt, right? When you hem somebody up, right? Huh, come here. Check this out. So he says he hemmed her up in the closet. Charlamagne is asking how she got the bruises. And listen to how he responds.
Come on, Joe.
I'm telling you.
So the police were called, you were arrested that day.
Listen.
Let me rewind that. Because he said, how she get the bruises? Listen to what he says.
Out of your mind?
How did she get all the bruises?
Makeup, I don't know.
How did she get all those bruises? Joe Budden says makeup. This is Joe Budden. I'm not making any of this up. Come on now.
Come on, Joe.
I'm telling you.
So the police were called, you were arrested that day.
Listen, slow down because it gets crazier than that. And so we're in the closet,
Whoa.
and I got her pinned against the wall.
Right.
And I asked her if she's crazy about 3 to 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
So
We're in the closet and I got her pinned against the wall. He's in a closet and his pregnant girlfriend is pinned against the wall. Keep in mind, he was the one that dragged her out of bed.
I put her on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
A pregnant.
I put her on the ground. Let me rewind it. I got to make sure y'all caught that. These are his own words. This is Joe Budden, but Joe Budden got all that smoke for Adam 22. This is only one woman. We ain't even got to the other women. This is only one woman. Joe Budden fans, what do you have to say? Joe Budden fans, what do you have to say? Let's get back to him putting her on the ground. This is a woman that's 3 months pregnant. Putting her on the ground. What does that mean?
Mm-hmm. So I put her on the ground. Mm-hmm. I don't throw her on the ground.
A pregnant woman.
But I'm much stronger than her.
All the more reason you're digging a deeper hole for yourself.
No, he
Joe.
placed her on the ground.
Listen,
He's saying that she's going crazy.
At no point am I saying that I haven't done anything wrong.
Okay.
And at no point am I saying that.
Okay.
But I certainly haven't done what's being said. So I put her on the ground, and I do get on top of her. Do I sit on her stomach?
He puts her on the ground, very carefully puts her on the ground, and he gets on top of her. Now the question is, does he sit on her stomach? Let's see what he says.
No.
What do you sit on, Joe?
I would like to think that I sat on what.
He says, I would like to think that I sat on. Pay attention to the manipulation. He says, Charlamagne says, where did you sit? What did you sit on, Joe? Keep in mind, we're going to get to Charlamagne too. Because Charlamagne has his own past transgressions as well, right? But listen to what Joe Budden says. Listen.
I would like to think that I sat on what she. So Esther got huge breasts. So I'm thinking to me, I'm sitting right underneath her breasts.
Stop. He is sitting underneath her breast, and she has very large breast. What is underneath a woman's breast? Keep in mind, she's pregnant. This man just said he didn't sit on her stomach. He said he didn't sit on her stomach. He said underneath her breast. Joe Budden, you should have left Adam 22 alone. And I'm not a fan of Adam 22 at all. He's trash as well. But what we not gonna do is listen to you grill another man when both of y'all have dirty and dark allegations. Let's continue.
Are they?
Joe, you're not stupid.
Are they real breasts?
No, Joe. No.
Yeah, they're real.
Are they real? Okay.
They're real.
Underneath her breast.
So that's where I'm at. But listen,
Underneath.
You see that? You hear what Angela Yee said? She said underneath her breast is her stomach. Let me rewind that. Make sure you catch that.
her breasts.
Are they?
Joe, you're not stupid.
Are they real breasts?
No, Joe. No.
Yeah, they're real.
Are they real? Okay.
They're real.
Underneath her breast.
So that's where I'm at. But listen,
Underneath her breast is her stomach.
But listen. No. Listen. If she's pregnant and we just left the doctor, I know where the baby is. Number one. And
He said she's pregnant and we just left the doctor. I know where the baby is. So during this physical altercation, he knows exactly where the baby is positioned so that he's not sitting on the stomach. I'm not making light of this. I'm not making light of this because a woman lost her child. But when I tell you, listening to this man explain himself, it is utterly hilarious. It's ridiculous. Let's continue.
number two, I'm not sitting on her applying my 194 pounds on her stomach. So I have her arms and all of the pressure is on my two legs. So I'm not sitting on her at all, really. But I have her on the ground.
You're like straddling her.
So I have her on the ground.
We're straightening her down, right.
And I'm saying to her, yo, chill, stop. And she's saying.
So he's saying that his body weight is not on her. If his body weight is not on her, then she should be able to get up. He's telling her to chill out, but he was the one that walked in the house when she was sleeping and pulled her out of bed. Come on now.
Get off me. And that's all she's saying is get off me.
What else is she
and
supposed
I'm
to
saying,
say?
I will get off you as soon as you stop. Mm-hmm. She's not responding. She's just saying get off me.
So she stops. And when does the police come?
So after about a minute, maybe 2 minutes the most, I get off her.
Joe came on the Breakfast Club and I said, Joe, did you sit on her stomach?
He said after about a minute or two, because he remembers. After about a minute or two, he gets up. And I like how Charlemagne, you know, with his dusty ass, I like how he calls Joe out. Listen to it. Listen to it. And this is another interview when he brings it back up.
Joe came on the Breakfast Club and I said, Joe, did you sit on her stomach? He said, no, I sat under her breast. Well, Joe,
I sat under her breast. I'm going to get to Charlemagne. Charlemagne, your video is coming too. Trust me. They had you up in an R. Kelly documentary. Meanwhile, I got receipts that you lied in an interview about your case. But we're not here to talk about Charlemagne. But Charlemagne makes some very good points. As Joe is saying, I didn't sit on her stomach. I sat under her breast. Come on now. Stop playing with me.
Did you beat the shit out of Esther Baxter?
No.
What did you do to her?
Nothing.
Did you sit on her and choke her?
No.
She said you sat under her breast, on her stomach, and you choked her.
What she said.
Did you do that?
No.
What did you do to her? Nothing?
Nothing.
She made up all of that.
We'd have to ask her. She's not present.
Oh.
He said she made it all up. So Joe Budden goes from saying, no, I didn't do it. In Taxstone, this is Taxstone. He says, so she made it all up. And then Joe says, well, you have to ask her. Watch this. Just watch this.
Nothing.
She made up all of that.
We'd have to ask her. She's not present.
Oh my God. This is the f I'm talking about. I asked the motherfucker, did she make up all that? He said we would have to ask her.
We would have to ask
What
her.
the f? I'm asking you.
You can't ask. I don't hold myself accountable for someone else's thinking.
Holy shit. Nobody explain that. You said, I asked you, is she lying?
That's not what you said.
I said, is she telling the truth or not? What the f I said?
So let me tell you. You said, so you're saying she's making this stuff up. Mm-hmm. And I said, you would have to ask her that.
What the f? I just said, you
She might not have made it up. She might have got it from a magazine. She might have seen it on TV. I mean, I'm not really.
She may have got it from a magazine. She may have seen it on the TV. But Joe Budden was on the Breakfast Club admitting to pulling her out of bed, hemming her up in the closet, putting her on the ground, and sitting under her breast. But she might have made it up. Come on now, y'all. And this is before the Joe Budden podcast blew up, if you will. While y'all talking about cancel culture, ain't nobody been canceled. Cancel culture. All these people with all these allegations are blowing up. Charlemagne, Adam 22, Joe Budden. Deal after deal after deal. Cancel culture. Ain't nobody been canceled. Come on now.
We sure.
You have to know that anything you have ever said in a song
could potentially be
on record to be discussed.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot more to discuss about Joe Budden. There's more women. There's more allegations. But this is only video 1. And I need you guys to share this video. I need you to like this video. Because I'm going to do a series of videos on Joe Budden. Joe Budden, you have my attention. You have my attention. Joe Budden. I know you're going to see this. Joe Budden, Ice, Ish, Melissa Ford, Queens Flip. Who else over there? Ian. All y'all. Y'all got my attention. But I'm focused on Joe. And he said it himself. Anything that you say on a record is up for discussion. And because Joe doesn't rap anymore, anything that he says on a podcast is up for discussion. I am reacting to his words. That's what I do. I do research. I am reacting to his words. So I know y'all gonna come in here and say, oh, you trying to tear a black man down, or, oh, look at your weak YouTube channel. You're doing this for clicks and views. say what you will. This is video 1. This is video 1. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you share it. Put it on Facebook, put it on YouTube, put it in your group chat, put it on Discord. Share this video because I'm coming for Joe Budden. It is your turn, Mr. Joe Budden. And I'm only going to use receipts. Poor Black Man, PBM, vegetables and junk food. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.